Hey everyone, we're here with Tom Blaisdell, who is the costing genius of Business Central and NAV. He works with Microsoft. He is out of the Atlanta office. His formal title is
Senior Support Escalation Engineer.
That's right, costing expert, AKA.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to dig into a little bit. What do you think about Business Central? Like, you know, that whole progression from NAV into Business Central. Do you think it's evolutionary or?
It's definitely exciting.
Right.
I think being in the NAVUG now Microsoft world, I've always been impressed with the fact that NAVUG was always on the front end. It's
Right.
like whether it be Windows 95, 98, 2000, whatever Microsoft version released,
Right.
NAVUG could run on it.
Right.
And so I think you're seeing now that same progression now 20 some odd years later, that now Microsoft Dynamics NAV becomes Microsoft Business Central because it can go into the cloud.
And the cloud is the operating system per se?
Yes,
the new one?
yeah. And we still have, I think the key thing that's really cool is that you can still run it on premise or have the cloud,
Right.
which I think you need the choice.
Yeah.
Because not every company is ready to go into that world.
Right.
But I think the flexibility of now Microsoft Business Central
Right.
is really what's cool.
So from a costing perspective, it's going to be the same, or is it always easier and easier?
It is. Well, it's just it's nothing's really changed. The
Right.
foundational inventory costing has not changed.
It's exactly the
At
same.
least that's what I'm told.
Right.
We'll see.
Right.
But anyways, it's the same. It's basically the same functions.
Right.
In the cloud or on-prem.
Right.
But just a different interface, different way to get into it. So.
Yeah. That's
So.
pretty cool. So, like, you've been with NAV for how long?
I'm coming up on 20 years.
20 years. Okay.
November
so that's
2nd
why
will be 20
it's
20
the NAV
years.
expert, costing expert, by the way. 20 years, right? And you've done costing almost
Yeah, I was
exclusively
the
all of that time, right?
yeah. I defined myself as the CPA reject
Right.
and the computer wannabe. I'm kind of in that midpoint, but
Right.
because I had the CPA background, they kind of said, "Tom, you do the inventory costing." So that's been my baby. It's been my
Right. So has there been costing questions you couldn't have answered?
oh yes, of
Yeah.
course. You know, there's always those challenges where you go, "Why did that happen?"
What's your protocol? Go to Microsoft in Denmark or let
Well,
them know?
until I repro it, until we reproduce it, we
Right.
can't go to development. So
That's
we
right.
try to figure out what happened. We try to analyze
Right.
the data to see if we can get to a point where we can reproduce it,
Right.
and then if we can, we send it up.
It goes to Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
But you had the idea for a few modules for them, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, there were some things that we had to do back in the early Attain versions with inventory value, particularly in average costing, how we managed
Right.
receipted cost versus invoice cost and things like that. But you know, development was very responsive, so
Right.
we got it dealt with. But
Yeah, that's the only way they can know, right?
right. So,
Makes you more important than you realize, right?
well, I don't know if I'm more important. It just, like I said, I've made a little bit of a career out of inventory costing in NAV just because, or now Business Central, because
Right.
it's a complex area. It's
very
challenging,
complex. Yeah.
and people seem to find ways to mess it up a little bit, whether they put it fat finger a wrong number for a cost or whatever.
Right.
They drive inventory negative for several months on the same item, and then they try to fix it, and
Right.
you know, so sometimes it's bad data, sometimes it's the system not working right, but it's always a little bit of a puzzle to try to piece together a solution. So
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, we have 5 questions that we ask everyone.
okay.
But you're the first one to ever answer these questions because this is the first
Oh my.
real interview that we've done. So, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, for orange juice, pulp or no pulp?
Pulp.
Pulp?
I like
Are
pulp.
you sure?
Oh yeah,
Pulp?
I like
All the way
the
pulp.
real, although I like orange juice anyway. Either way, but pulp,
Right.
a little bit of pulp is always good.
Okay, got it. Last movie you saw that you couldn't stand, the worst.
Oh wow.
It's a tough one.
It is a difficult one. Well, the one that it's been a long time, but Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
That movie, I'd heard all this hype about how great it was.
Just didn't.
It was awful. I had all I could do to sit through the theater. That's the one that stands out the most. It's not a recent one, but that is probably the worst.
It's made a mark on you.
It is the worst movie I paid. Whatever the movie price was back when I saw it.
How about the new one? Did you see the new Mad Max?
I did not see the new one.
Okay.
Probably because I'm still a little bit recovering from the first one.
Well, it ruined it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, what's in your pockets right now?
I got some glass cleaner. They had glass spray cleaner for my glasses at the NAVUG table, and that's it.
All right, that's good. That's a good answer.
And a cell phone and a wallet. I got my in my other pockets.
All right, so this one is, I don't know if you have to think about this one. What is your go-to song to sing in the shower?
My go-to song to sing in the shower? I don't know. I don't have one. I typically don't sing in the shower.
If you would.
I've got Sunshine. Maybe. That was my song for my wife, because she had a smile that I said she looked like sunshine. I called her Sunshine for a while because of her smile. So I got Sunshine on a cloudy day. That one.
Yeah.
I won't sing it for you now, but
but I get it.
We'll keep it in the shower.
Maybe next time you take a shower, you try it out, right?
Yep, exactly.
All right. So final question: Beatles or Rolling Stones?
I would say probably the Beatles for me.
Oh yeah, I figured you as a Beatles.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have spotted that like a mile away.
Yeah. But they're both good. It's just that, but I would say Beatles.
But you have to kind of, take sides, right?
I'll pick a side. I'm typically the person that I go to, like IHOP. I get what is it called? Split decision, because I can get a little bit of everything.
Right.
So I'll try to make a decision here, and I'll say the Beatles.
Good one. And that was all. Thanks a lot for being the first one.
You're welcome.
This was great to have you over.
It's wonderful to have known you for 19 years.